Pabati Gurung has a vital job. 3 times a day she measures the level of the Kanali River, one of Nepal's largest, at the point at which it flows out of the Himalayas and into the plains. When there's heavy rain upstream, the river flows much higher than it does now. That can mean flooding for numerous villages downstream. When that happens, houses, fields and roads can be washed away and people killed or injured. But Pabati is now able to record if the river is flowing dangerously high, and if it is, she's able to send an early warning to the government, the military, local radio stations and the most vulnerable villages. Her work is part of an innovative programme by the Nepal Risk Reduction Consortium to improve the ability of 1,000 communities to respond to natural disasters. In Sangasa Nagar village, some 40 kilometres away, Raju Chowdhury takes her call. Today's only a practice drill, a chance for the volunteers to get ready for the monsoon rains and the floods which are likely to follow. In a remote region like this, it's the communities themselves who must respond first to a natural disaster. That's why the Nepal Risk Reduction Consortium, or NRRC, is supporting so many of them, helping them to act faster and on good, up-to-date information. Thanks to this project, Raju Chowdhury says he's confident that no more villagers here will lose their lives. Suratia Taru says that the safety drills are especially helpful for women. Many of their husbands work a long way away, so the women are often left alone to look after the children and the family's possessions when there are floods. Making a community safer can also involve physical improvements. They're now building a flood shelter where the weakest can be taken when the land is inundated. They'll be able to stay here until the waters recede. The shelter will also be useful when dangerous wild elephants enter the village looking for food, sometimes trampling people's flimsy huts. These efforts are all being led by the NGO Practical Action, and they're funded by the European Commission Humanitarian Office, a member of the NRRC.
So what Practical Action is trying to achieve through this project is the involvement of community people in this early warning system, so that they own the project, own the process and sustain it after the project intervention.
Elsewhere, people are being shown how to make mud walls stronger so that they can withstand flooding for up to a whole week. Members of the NRRC all agree that each project should be run in accordance with agreed minimum standards, ensuring that communities right across the country are supported to the very same high standard. This other scheme is managed by Save the Children. The pupils are being taught what to do in the case of floods and also how to respond to an earthquake, another major threat. Nepal is one of the most disaster-prone countries in the world, and the NRRC brings together donors, financial institutions, development and humanitarian agencies in a unique collaboration to make it safer in many different ways. Its goals are to provide a strategic framework for all community-based disaster risk reduction projects, to map and demonstrate their progress, to attract additional resources and partners, and to ensure sustainability by working with the government. The International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies is the coordinating agency.
It's going to require the input of a lot of different partners, ranging from government, both at national and local levels, to organisations like the Red Cross, which are also present from national to local levels, as well as different NGOs, UN system and other partners. So it really requires a big collective effort to ensure that enough resources are put into this program to enable communities to prepare themselves for disaster.
There are so many different ways of making a community safe. In this slum area of Kathmandu, a street drama supported by ActionAid is warning people about the risk of an earthquake. The message is simple, that it's best to prepare for a disaster now than to wait for one to happen.